Have you heard of the app called Citizen?
No, just briefly when you kind of mentioned it.
Yeah, I mean, I only heard about it recently. So basically, my understanding is
It's like a content uploading on the ground, grassroots content uploading for like on the street verification of like events and stuff kind of thing.
Yes, and
right?
yes, and so like people go there, people go physically to wherever the location is, and they kind of report on it, just like this is what's happening
on 4th and Vine here in whatever. Like
right, and so a lot of
San
times,
Antonio.
kind of just I guess it's just the nature of our society, but a lot of times what happens is it's like people reporting on like crimes or I don't know, like fires or
certain social events.
Right, right. So, but that in and of itself can be a little bit controversial in the way that it gets used. But the real weird thing, and one of the reasons I wanted you to look into it and I brought it up is I guess Citizen is starting to hire people like officially to go out to places
like verifiers kind of.
Yeah, and so there'll be almost like there's like sort of a danger of them becoming sort of like a
authority figure in some
and almost like a rent a cops like a private security
some sort
force
of information
almost.
Gatekeeper kind of a thing,
right? And so there might be people in certain neighborhoods who'd be like, oh my god, there's this black guy walking down the street, like please send Citizen over here.
Right? Totally.
The potential for abuse is kind of weird, and it's just.
It's the same reason why like Twitter and like certain TikTok and certain things are cool in the sense of like anybody can upload whatever like their truth is to the moment. Because I have seen a lot of like video of things where the person's not narrating, they're just letting you watch what's happening. Now, granted, like it's not always like within context 100% of the time, and that's the danger, right? Is that sometimes you'll be watching something and you'll be like, oh, this is like what's
5
happening.
Minutes in,
but you have no idea what happened before or after. A certain large thing happened like that a little while ago. And so it's good that people are freaking able to do that, but I totally share and fully understand the weight of your concerns about like, because that actually happened during some of the riots and stuff, dude, last year or whatever, where a group of people rather, I can't remember if it was Minneapolis rather, or wherever, basically a crowd or a mob like kind of gathered outside this person's house because they thought that these like 2 runaway teen girls were at this person's house.
Like kidnapped or something?
Kidnapped or like, like maybe they went over there willingly, but he's like a bad influence because he's like older and drinking. I don't really understand. Yeah, you're right. Totally fucking. This is my life we're talking about. And they ended up burning the house down. And one of the people in the crowd shot like another person in the crowd or like stabbed another person because of some kind of like nonsensical beef or whatever. And then the fire department came, dispersed everything, put the fire out, and then left. And then it literally happened again and caught the house on fire again for a second time. And then after all the things happened or whatever, they come to find out that the 2 kids weren't even there, dude.
Yeah.
Weren't there the whole time, had nothing to do with that situation.
It's the Covington Catholic kids over.
Yeah, dude, basically, right? Except for somebody's house got burned down twice.
Yeah, see, but and that's the thing is like on paper that doesn't sound bad, but the realities of the society that we live in, people can get stirred up in an instant, and things can get really bad.
Anger
really
and justification, like there's a reason why our justice system moves so slowly, which is funny because people like have so much ire of that fact when actually in reality that's like a good thing. Because, dude, hey man, I totally feel the same way, dude. If we were in a part of a fucking close-knit community and we knew about like shit that happened in our neighborhood and stuff, and we heard about or even think that we saw a thing happen, or maybe we absolutely did see a thing happen when we know the full context of what happened. Oh, bro, you better believe the righteous indignation I would feel, dude, and be like, no, we're not calling the cops. Fuck that, dude. You and you. Come on, come with me, dude. We're going to handle this right now. Right. You know what I mean? Maybe not kill a motherfucker, but like...
Yeah.
Oh, like Western fucking street justice type shit or whatever. And frankly, dude, that's wrong. That's totally wrong, dude, because
you're not.
It's easy to get off. Yes, bro. It's easy to fucking to make a mistake, dude. And I don't remember.
And to spin off of everyone else's fervor.
Yes, dude. And I don't know if it's like Blackstone or whatever, somebody's loss or theory or whatever it is, experiment. It talks about like our justice system, criminal justice system. It should be like, I'd rather have 10 guilty people go free than one innocent person incarcerated or punished or whatever. Yeah. I totally believe that, dude, because it's so horrific for somebody who hasn't done anything that I can't justify.
That's a bigger injustice.
Way bigger injustice than the 10 people who should get their comeuppance getting their comeuppance, in my humble opinion, right? It's just so much more detrimental. And if I truly believe that, then I have to believe in law and order in the sense of like some form of like, hey, look, we can't just have mob justice, dude, because sometimes we're wrong, dude. And when we're wrong, it's awful. Mm-hmm. So that's all. Yeah. So I think it could be a really good thing, this whole citizen app. You could do it, but I could totally see where it can kind of go sideways. And maybe you should take precautions to make sure that maybe doesn't happen.
Do you enjoy the show and want to help it grow? Don't hesitate. Like, share, and donate.
Yeah, dude, I had this thing happen to me where I was doing a job in an affluent gated community.
Word. Oh, God.
And, you know, I don't drive the nicest car or whatever. I obviously don't live there when I drive in here.
And I have some tattoos and stuff, so I don't exactly look the nicest.
Right, so I drove in and I
look like a scumbag, let's be real.
I drove in and I was waiting for my boss to show up there.
What, somebody go like, can I help you? Hello? Do you need something?
No,
oh,
not even that.
That happened to my buddy,
even
dude.
that.
Okay.
Not even that.
He was like, no, I'm fine. I'm just going to my buddy's house.
No, somebody like drove around. They like slowly approached my car as they were driving. They turned around. They came back, slowly approached my car. Then they stopped next to me. I was just sitting there like laying back, whatever. I think I might have been even like kind of taking a nap, like I was kind of in and out of it.
Yeah.
And then they just started like pulling out their phone and taking pictures of me. They drove up the street, took a picture of the front of my car, and like,
what are you doing?
Yeah.
People are sometimes so paranoid too, especially sometimes when they live in certain like groups or communities or whatever, where you're just like, do you even interact with like normal people? Because you're acting really weird right now. You are acting really weird right now.
Like,
I know you think I'm acting weird, which is why you're taking all these pictures and shit of me. You were the one who are being weird and breaking like social protocol right now.
Yeah, like it's one thing if you were to talk to me like, hey, is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, why don't I get your attention? Like, hello, hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
Because I mean, what's funny is because even that is like,
it's a little dickish.
A little rude, but it's not as rude.
Better.
It's like, not addressing them and just like taking weird pictures of their car and pretending like they don't exist or whatever. That's even weirder to me.
And what are you doing with that? You're
probably
sending it to the cops?
Sending it to the clubhouse. No, literally, I'm sure that's what they're doing. Like sending it to like the security clubhouse, and then they make the determination of like whether they should send somebody or whether they should call the cops.
But there was plenty of like this street was still there's houses being built. Like obviously,
you know what's funny is when you say you don't drive the nicest car, your car's not like hoopty.
It's not a piece of crap.
No, it doesn't look like it's not a car that you'd be. Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah. But it's not a car that would make you be like, that looks like a
it's
like
not
a drug dealer's car or something like. You know what I mean? You're like, that's weird. Like, yeah. People are fucking weird, bro. Yeah, like I was just mentioning that happened to my buddy, dude, who's freaking like super Italian, but he kind of but he's got like long hair, tattoos, and a beard, so he kind of looks like Middle Eastern, I guess, kind of maybe.
Okay.
And so like freaking only because that's like happened to us before, where he's like, "You're just mad because our country." This is back during September 11th shit. Where he's like, "You're just mad that our country's bombing your country back to the Stone Age," and he's like, America? You mean America? Like I was born here, you fucking moron. Like, yeah, I'm a
third generation American.
Yeah, basically, like you fucking asshole. Like so that happened like, kind of again, like this time when I wasn't present, when he was coming over to a buddy's house or whatever, where he lived like in a nicer like spot of Oakland, because like there's like a spot that's nice in Oakland or whatever, and our buddy like moved up there, and so he went to go visit him, right?
Yeah.
And he went and like parked his car across the street and was like walking across the street and like walking up to my buddy's door, and some lady, I think like walking a dog or something, was like, hello, hi, can I help you? And he's like looking around like, are you talking to me? And he's like,
no.
Are you talking to me? And she's like, yeah. He's like, no. He's going to my buddy's house. She's like, oh, okay, sorry. It's just because we've had like a rash of like robberies or something like that in there. And in his mind, he drives like a nice brand new Subaru. You know what I mean? Like, and again, like not like a Lexus or like a fucking Beamer or something like that, but definitely not like a car where it's like a hoopty. And so like he was like, yeah, like you've had a couple of break-ins like during the day in like nice Subarus. In daylight, where people engage with you and talk to you, where I'm alone by myself and not have a crew of dudes to rob you. Like,
is my face on the wanted poster? Like, what do you want from me?
It's just like, dude, like, are you like? That's not how people who rob you act.
Right.
You moron. You know what I mean? And he was just like so insulted. It was like, fuck you. And just like walked up and then like our buddy like came out of the house like, hey, what's up, dude? He's like, your neighbors are fucking cunts, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what is up with your asshole uppity fucking out of touch elitist neighbors, dude. But like, F them, dude. Yeah. And of course he's already hates white people. So he's like, of course that was a thing where all white people are going to fucking, or you feel that way or whatever. It's not just like rich people. It's all white people.
That's complete. Let's just keep this cycle going.
Exactly, dude. I'm like, hilarious. I'm like, okay, so she's making like a dumb assumption about you. And now you're going to make a dumb assumption right back? Yeah, that's good. That's going to stop everything.
Fools.
It doesn't matter. None of this will matter when we're all famous singers.